Good evening to the blurriness. Welcome, my name is George. This show is Don't Panic Flip, and tonight we have one special guest for now, and I think potentially more in just a little bit. Dice, how are you doing?
Buongiorno, everyone. As we all know, that's how you say goodbye in Italian, and I am having a fantastic night. How is George's night going, and how was your Crimbus?
Sorry, did you say Crimbus?
Yep.
Crimbus.
Merry Crimbus, everybody.
Merry Crimbus. Okay, so I'm going to answer those in order. First, my night is going swimmingly. I kind of got caught up on a bunch of stuff. Work went really well. I kind of slacked on my workout tonight, which was kind of frustrating.
Same.
Yeah, but tomorrow is a whole new day. So taking that up another notch, gonna try and get a jog in there. By the way, Insanity Falls, Big Brother Pinball, Lobster Sticks to Magnet, Jedi McMuffin, Durbin, Try to Tilt, and hold up, Angry Old Man Gaming Official. Welcome to the stream. Frisco Pinball, welcome. Thank you so much for that raid. I can actually take my hats off.
In Insanity Falls, no, I've never done a shoey of Bailey's. While I have lived in Australia for a very short period of time, I guess I'm an honorary member, but I'm not a fan of the shoey method of celebration.
What is So first of all, drinking Bailey's like the coffee liqueur from a shoe, is that a thing?
George, in Australia, it's common tradition, typically for the football fans, although I guess anybody could really do one. It's a celebration where it initially started with a Wellington boot, but now could mean anything from a freshly bought shoe to the one someone is currently wearing, where they take it off, you fill it up with your alcohol of choice, and you take a drink out of it in celebration.
Oh my God. Can you imagine eating a shot or drinking a shot out of somebody's shoe after they've been wearing it all day?
Let's say I didn't have to imagine it.
Oh my God. I'm like actually kind of gagging here. Just thinking about like that smell. That smell would be stuck in your throat.
I'm gonna go put together a quick Kickstarter. If we could reach 10 million bucks, I'll have George do a tuna fish sandwich shoey.
Oh my God. Oh my
George,
God.
Come on, for your share, for 5 million bucks, you wouldn't do it.
Oh my God, I'd do just about anything for $5 million. That's not the question. It's just thinking about it.
And we'll have stretch goals. We'll see how many different people's shoes and how many different sandwiches George will do as the amount increases.
Oh my God. That is horrific. Okay, Pritch has never seen a shoey, and they're an Aussie. Rugby parties are also notorious for boot drinks, okay?
Pritch, my buddy Josh lives in Bendigo, and he's quite fond of them, actually. He actually went down to the local Kmart yesterday to buy a few new pairs of shoes just for the next stream he's having.
Lord Howard Hurts, welcome to the stream.
How you guys doing? Good, great, grand, fantastic. Well, you're watching Don't Panic Flip, so you must be at least one of those things. George, aka Don't Panic Flip. You guys support him.
Enjoy that effing thing and those shows.
Cheers. Ninja Dust.
Ninja Dust. There we go. Thank you so much, and thank you for I can't say it. You already did it, so I can't. It's done. I'm gonna switch us over to here, and we get to see the awesomeness that is Tron. Oh man, where's Gilbert? Insanity Falls. I have it on random. I think so. So it just switches out between Gilbert and then the two guys from Letterkenny. No JP practice?
George?
Squirrely Dan.
Men have names.
Squirrely Dan and I can't think.
Dairy.
Dairy? What?
Yeah. Or not Dairy. That was
No, that's the other guy. It's not. Actually, I can't think of his name at all. Are you looking it up right now?
And Jonesy and Riley.
Riley, there we go. Josie, is it Josie? Wayne, Insanity Falls. Wayne is the main guy, but I don't have Maine doing a thank you for subscribing. Yeah, so it's Tron tonight. Frisco, no JP practice. I like to go in cold. You need Shorzy, Lord Howard Hurts. I think it would actually be easy to do Shorzy, right? You just get somebody who never shows their face but is dressed like they play hockey.
And is also the writer, producer, and main character.
No, really? Oh, he's Wayne.
Dude, I didn't realize that Wayne was Shorzy?
I knew that Wayne was Shorzy. I didn't know that he was the writer and producer. Sorry, that was the O.
Yeah, that's his show. He made the whole thing.
Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah, and Sandy Falls. Yeah, that's hockey guy. Number either 1 or 2, depending on your preference.
And yeah, angry old man gaming official. What a great name. Exactly. Going in fresh.
Jedi just finished up season 1 of Letterkenny. Congratulations, Jedi. You've got quite a journey ahead of you.
Yeah.
Also, George, it just comes to me that I've never heard it pronounced out loud until you said it. So it might be it might actually be a whole name. It might be Angry Oldman Gaming Official.
Oldman, not old man.
That might
right,
be
because
name,
I put the
George.
Oh, like his name could be Angry Oldman.
This is my son, Angry Oldman Gaming Official.
Wow, your pronunciation was just spot on there. By the way, that was great.
That's my attorney, Angry Oldman Gaming Official.
Official.
Junior.
Esquire.
Angry Oldman, I'm thank you for laughing. I'm very happy you like that. I try not to make fun of people here. I just saw a shot and I took it.
All right, so we initiated double scoring, which is perfect.
Von Kraft. Pretty sure Angry Oldman played Zorg in Fifth Element.
Played who?
Zorg in Fifth Element.
That's well said.
Von Kraft, take a point. Actually, take 2.
Take 2. Feeling lucky. That kind of what? That's kind of like Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, but her name wasn't Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, right? It was like Rebecca.
Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. That's actually harder to do than you'd think.
That is actually, yeah, no, I was pleasantly surprised by that. That is to turn words into a name that makes no sense. Wow,
I once made a terrible joke on the Pinball Mafia stream because Bill from Memphis had come in, and for some reason, like, they were struggling with his name, so I said, maybe his first name's Bilfram.
Bilfram. Good old Bilfram from Worcestershire.
Good evening, Bilfram.
I'm kind of loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Where's Jedi when you need him?
Arthur Pendragon, welcome. I thought her name was Jane Seymour. I like Dr. Rebecca Quinn. I like that. I totally made up that name. I used to watch it a ton with my grandmother. Obviously that shows, right? Because I memorized it. I think I was probably 4 or 5 at the time. Von Kraft, welcome to the stream.
Actually, wouldn't the full pronunciation of that be Dre Rabakwe?
Drebica. It's Drebica.
Drebiquin.
Drebica Quinn.
If you have any of these symptoms, you may be eligible to take Drebiquin. Please consult your doctor. Ice-Ski-Doo, speaking of ba-da-ba-ba-ba. George, where are the call-outs?
Oh! I forgot to turn it off. The callouts have been running since the last session, so it's not reinitiating the callouts because it thinks everybody's already been called out. Hold on, I gotta turn it off and then back on again. But I'm not a lefty.
Falls, you are correct on both counts. I am home, so I can't go there. And yes, I am stoned. Thank you for noticing.
Oop, there we go.
Peter, are you drunk? Why, yes, thank you.
Peter! Good job on that. I knew exactly who you were talking about.
Peter, you're drunk again. I'm not drunk. I'm just exhausted from staying up all night drinking.
Am I still trapped up? Wow, I kind of forgot I was holding that. Streamlabs chatbot's taking its sweet time.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning into Harfanaut again?
All right, cool.
Asks, are you from the past?
And you're still go home, Dice. You're stoked. It's the things we don't think about.
I mean, you really don't have to. Pretty happy.
Say it again.
Would it be super hard to be stoned by angry early settlers? Ice Ski-Doo, by the way. Howdy, Ice Ski-Doo. Good to see you. I don't think it would be that bad, honestly, because of the it dulls the pain processor, so probably wouldn't be as bad as the usual. There it is.
Hi, Jedi. Yeah, there's the sounds.
Arthur Pendragon. Long past? No, your past. Sanity Falls says the quiet things. Jedi. When was the last time we dialed 0118-999-881-999-119-7253?
What? I don't know the significance of the number you just said.
Nor do I. Insanity Falls says, so keep the blood in your head.
Keep the blood in your... I'm so lost. It's fine. It's fine.
George and I are finally on the same page for once.
Hey!
Are we sure the chat isn't the stoned one?
Maybe they're doing it just to mess... Oh, no! Come on.
Guys, that's not how weed works.
It's a contact high. You could call it a chat high, I guess.
Oh, like a chai tea.
Oh my gosh. All right, cool. So Tron is being brutal tonight.
Okay, I got it. Insanity Falls is quoting World of Warcraft. So keep your blood in your head and keep your feet on the ground.
Okay.
You must assume there is only one stoned person here, guys.
Yeah, I like that. Such a pretty play field. Let's focus on what is pretty about this.
On the board is a game with 4 pops.
Say it again.
That's from Insanity Falls, much like how Taft made it on the board as a game with 4 pops.
What is Taft?
I'm also very... Insanity Falls says it's a brand new song.
Oh, TAF is the Addams Family. Made it on the board as a game with 4 pops.
Oh. Shocking who could get that. First Girl says, would you be able to direct capture this DMD?
You can, but you gotta have a special device for it. Which I think Pinball Life sells it, or the one in the UK sells it.
Insanity says we're too many layers deep. Speaking of too many layers deep, who wasn't here for the pre-Christmas weekend stream, who saw Matrix Resurrections and loved it, and anyone who didn't, kindly keep quiet because you're wrong.
I don't know if I loved it.
Did you watch it more than once?
No, not yet. I have to go back and watch it again, which I might be doing Wednesday night.
See? If you didn't love it, would you really watch it more than once?
Yeah. I am just as keen to rewatch Jupiter Ascending, honestly. Like, I have only seen that game one time, and I don't know that it ever warrants a second watching, but it's so bad.
I've never played the Jupiter Ascending game. Could you expound upon this game that apparently exists?
There's a game?
You said game.
Oh, I don't know. Was I yelling at the game at the time, or did I actually say game?
You just said I've only seen this game once.
Huh. All right. That's totally makes sense.
It's a Jupiter Ascending game, and we should all ask George to tell us what it's about. Because honestly, if it wasn't a movie, it might have been a pretty halfway decent video game.
Right? Could have been better.
Or maybe it could have been a board game. That could have been fun.
Oh man, I'm trying to hit that shot. I need to hit the gem shot. I had it dialed in earlier this afternoon, and I'm really...
Okay. Jedi found it entertaining but unnecessary, but we'll watch it a second time. Oh, Jedi kind of wishes the first movie was the only movie. I'm going to halfway disagree with you and say that had they waited all this time to put out Matrix Resurrections and called it Matrix Reloaded, I think that could have worked. Insanity Falls has watched all Matrices more than once, so probably will. Good on you, Insanity Falls. Could have been a good movie if it were made only 10 years later.
Matrix Reloaded, by the way, which was the sequel.
The last one was Beyond Redemption.
Matrix Revolutions.
The third Matrix or the fourth Matrix? I'm kind of upset that that's a question we have to ask in 2021. Which last Matrix are you referring to?
Wait. Oh my god. Are you saying you are unhappy with the fact that they made another Matrix in 2021?
That's what
or
I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, that was what someone else said. Got it. Yeah. Apparently I need to turn up the Discord notifications. Because Jedi just figured out that every time he posts something, it's giving a noise.
I haven't seen you in several hours. I actually mean that Surreal was playing a racing game and I popped in for a little bit to say hi.
I also popped in and was hanging out with Surreal for a little bit. Surreal, thank you so much for rating. You're amazing. If I wasn't using both hands right now to trap up, I'd give you a hats off.
Surreal, it's not the numbers, it's the intent.
Oh my god, I don't care!
Oh, Surreal, you still have my favorite call-up.
That's a pretty good one.
Shout out to Charlie J. Arthur Pendragon, Matrix Beyond Redemption. I could actually get behind this movie. Arthur Pendragon, we call that Jupiter Ascending.
Did I just get into Quora? I believe I did. Now I really need to hit that gem shot.
Also, they second Becky'd the Oracle. That always bothered me. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, they easily could have written her out, but...
Sorry, who were they gonna write out?
I thought they should have written out the Oracle out of the third movie since the original actress passed away.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I mean...
It was... Oh, is...
What was that? Oh, that was Surreal! Hi, Surreal!
What does this button do?
This gets you into the stream!
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello!
How'd your car racing go?
It was good, but that was yesterday.
Oh, that's right, you were shooting people in the face.
Yes, today we were pew-pewing again, and it was fun. We had a good night of shenanigans.
Not tomfoolery?
There might have been a little bit of tomfoolery as well.
Good times are had by it.
Barely hear dice, but I think I can fix that on my head.
Oh, and a double drain.
Yeah, because I'm coming in clear for George. At least
Yeah,
he didn't say I wasn't. So.
Yeah, for whatever reason, George was up at 130%, so that makes sense.
Oh, you had individually moved up the audio for that. George, how many points do I have to redeem to get you to play Stars? Insanity Falls. No redemption. Well, I don't know if you noticed, I did bring back, hey, focus on me right here. There, camera, do it. Okay, good. I almost don't want to say it, but I did bring back a different redemption. Your passive verb is weak and gets you -2 points on your essay. What verb did I use?
Pull-up redemption because you skipped your workout?
I should. Man, how awesome. I have all the room. I should have that redemption back here. And put the pull-up
for burpees.
Oh my god, no burpees. I'm good.
Ew, burpees.
Frisco, you know, Escher beat you to it, and Escher's dad. Oh my god, the Discord. I don't know how to turn off the Discord beeps.
Hopefully you're not hearing mine as well, because I had just had 3 notifications go off in a row. And there it is. Someone finally found it.
And there it is.
Oh, and it was Iron Fox. It wasn't even me. Dang it. This is good. I can save it till the next.
Oh my seasonal board.
I did turn it down at least a little bit.
The best redeem ever.
You've successfully.
I kind of like the trend of getting free T-shirts for saving enough points.
There you go. Okay. You can get free T-shirts. I need to put a new one on there. In fact, I feel like what I need to do is make some new T-shirts. That would be super fun.
Speaking of T-shirts, did y'all know George has merch?
The night will
Speaking
last
about that,
forever.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Thank you for the reminder.
I can't believe you subscribed to Don't Panic Flip. I mean, you're paying your money. You must be a billionaire if you're wasting your money watching someone else play pinball.
I don't know why that's so small. Fliptronic, welcome to the stream. Subscribe to Tier 1. Thank you so much. My hat's off to you. Farce.
Sir
Snarf! Sir Snarf!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Good evening, Dr. Peach.
Sir Snarf, thank you so much for the raid and bringing 4 beautiful individuals over here. My hat's off to you. And if you're just joining us, we have Surreal and Dice in the stream with us tonight as stream guests on audio. Say hi.
Hello, hello.
There you
Howdy.
go. At least Lobster Sticks to Magnet has chicken. Insanity. No, there's no C in Fisher, for me at least.
Joe Hills.
Joe Hills! Oh my gosh!
Joe Hills right here.
And Joe Hills is in chat, simultaneously rating us. Joe, thank you so much.
You're most welcome. How is it going, everybody?
It is going really well. I mean, Christmas is over and done with, and now we're prepping for New Year's, and Tron is so much fun.
Your new game room looks awesome. I haven't seen this yet.
Oh, is this the
I've been
new
out
house?
of town.
Yep.
The new place?
Yeah, this is the new place.
Tour, George.
Oh, we do need the tour. Yeah. Surreal and Joe need the tour. Where's my phone?
But you have so much space behind you. I'm used to it being like a machine 3 feet away.
And on top of that, check it, the bokeh. Like, there's a real opportunity because they're so far behind. Like, it actually does the bokeh thing.
Oh, nice.
Persephone, hello, welcome.
Coming a little quiet to DJ Frog Time.
Huh. I can turn up everybody, or...
Good evening, gibberish.
That's what.
You know what? I can just turn up Joe's volume.
And
you're now at 128%.
Howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's continuing to talk here, as I always do, from Nashville, Tennessee, just in case George needs to see my levels.
I saw your levels. You are now perfectly consistent with me, at least when I talk.
Fantastic.
Bokeh.
But, wow, this is such a much better space. I love the Christmas tree you got in there, too. That's nice with the bokeh.
Thank you. It works out. Bokeh's just amazing. Hold on. We're gonna do a thing, and we're gonna take a quick tour.
Perfect. That'll actually give me a chance to grab a refill.
Okay. Ooh, I should do
Part
that
of
as
the
well.
thing that I find particularly interesting about this space is that there is more space.
There is
more tables.
Ooh, you got stairs. Now, is this on the ground floor, or do you have to haul the pinball machines up or downstairs to get them in here?
This is the ground floor. Honestly, this is what we need to do. We need to start out here. We need to start outside. All right,
Okay.
so we're going to do the full real tour. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
And we're in. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, that's not too bad for the load-in.
No, it's not too bad. And on top of that, I had people do it for me. So it was really, really easy. And I put up the hex tiles that you see back there.
In making sense.
Who is that? Fliptronic, welcome. And so those are sound dampening, and they're crazy because they really work. If you get your face kind of close to the material and talk, it deadens the sound. It's so weird.
Oh, that's cool.
If only you had a widescreen monitor.
So, just to be clear, did you buy this place, or is this a lease, or?
No, I bought this place.
Oh, fantastic. Because, yeah, that's one of the things where anytime I do sound improvements on any room I'm in, I'm always like, and I'm going to have to take it all down someday.
No, what I need to do is finish it. So you can see the gaps up at the top there. And I just started, I just tested it out and cut some of the pieces, and it worked really well right there. So I have to finish it up.
Well, that was the reflective spot, so you've done well.
Hey, somebody's raving us right now. You can see all the lights changing. Oh, that was Evil Peaches. Nice. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay, so cool pictures up over here. We got all the crazy nano leaf lights, and then we've got the Philips Hue stuff back there. A few pinball machines, the streaming rig. Over here is the record player, and then all the records. There's a nice little gap right here, and that gap means that I can buy more records now. I've already ordered a couple more.
I was going to say, what is that, a waffle iron?
I love that you have the soundtrack to Hackers.
Oh my god, yeah. That is... Yeah, it's an amazing soundtrack. And this is this is the Oculus Quest 2. I didn't know what to do with it yet.
Gotcha. Well, hey, we need to play Walkabout Golf.
Okay, done. I am in. I have done very little besides play Super Hot and Pistol Whip.
Gotcha. Well, Walkabout is the most chill, best hangout experience. Like, if you just want to just chill, it's great. I love it.
Some stars, which obviously we have to actually play since somebody asked for a redemption to play it. I was going to play some Ultraman soon. We've got a battle on Jurassic Park, which is turned off over in the corner right now because I just haven't gone over there to turn it on, and that's on Thursday. And then we've got this tiny little kitchen over here, which works.
It's still so much bigger than my kitchen. That's fantastic.
Also,
oh my god. You can actually stream from it. My kitchen is like a closet with a bunch of appliances in it. We were standing outside my kitchen playing Godzilla, and Becca kept trying to insist that we were in my kitchen because she couldn't understand that my kitchen was as small as it is. How could we not be in the kitchen? The kitchen can't just end there. It should be more than a closet.
It's okay. You know what? I'm not going to call my kitchen small anymore.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's a good size. I don't know what to say with that. And at that point, I don't know if anybody caught it, but that was a Mallrats quote.
And I'm back.
And Dice is back. Okay, so
nice.
I will make another GNT here in a moment. And we're gonna, up there is the beginning of all the pinball banners. I just ordered 4 more. So 2 more are going up there, and 2 more are coming down here. Let's go downstairs.
Yeah, I got a Mandalorian banner, and I haven't figured out where to hang it. So if I get a place with stairs, that would be smart.
Let's see. Sarif is continuing the gift sub they got from Pin Stadium. Sarif, welcome back to the Panic Room. Enjoy the ad-free viewing. Am I forgetting anything, George?
I have not been... I've been doing a walkthrough, so I have not looked at the chat. Oh, and enjoyed those Shawit emotes?
Hey, there it is.
Nailed it.
So is that an arcade machine there, or a jukebox? Or you got 2 arcade machines. Wow,
yes.
I didn't even realize that.
Defender and Tempest, and it's kind of hard to
see. The light doesn't really...
Yeah,
When's
doesn't
the
work out well on
Defender
that.
stream happening?
2 of the greats.
Those are two awesome ones, and the Defender stream has to happen soon because MPT3K has thrown down the gauntlet on the challenge there.
How about tomorrow?
Nice.
Sorry, how about what?
How about tomorrow?
Well, I still suck at Defender. I feel like I need another month to try and not be awful. That was it. Upstairs is bedroom.
Awesome, George. Congrats on your place.
Yeah, thank you.
I love those hardwood floors so much. So many people have been commenting on that, but those floors.
The floors are it's funny because it wasn't even something I recognized. I'm like, hey, it's wood floors. Okay, cool. But these are actual wood floors. And I've never had real wood floors. I've only ever had engineered wood, which typically means you need to replace them if you do any damage to them.
Mm-hmm. This out here. Durbin says you need Dolby Atmos set up downstairs. I
am so pot invested into Sonos at this point that I feel like I can't get out of it. George, you suck at everything. We don't watch you because of your skill. Insanity Falls, thank you. Yes.
Seraph says you're looking good.
Seraph, thank you so much for joining. And Seraph was practicing for our battle later this Thursday on Jurassic Park. I couldn't tell if that is practicing good because I feel like I want to go in cold and just play it off.
Dragon, the bathroom is to his right. It's stage right.
It's right there behind the door.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah. No, Arthur Pendragon. Got it. That makes so much more sense when I read it. Okay. So
see, George got this house at a massive discount because it only has outhouses.
Okay, so switching back over here. I don't trust my buttons anymore in the Stream Deck. I just went through and updated it a little bit ago, so I need to play around with it some more, but it had this weird thing where I'd hit a button and my entire stream would instantly shut off. So, no idea what that was about. I feel like something was corrupt or broken. It had to do specifically with going to that mobile scene, so I don't press that mobile button anymore. I don't know why it fails so horribly.
Serif doesn't have an Escher to train them, so they're gonna practice.
Okay. No. That makes sense. I feel like if I'm going for points in Jurassic Park now, I can typically put up 400 to 500 pretty easily by using the Escher multi-pronged method of achieving points, which is like going after 3 or 4 different things in succession based on whichever one is easiest to get to. But number one is trying to get to Raptor Multiball.
I thought Escher's method was if you want a bigger bonus, just play the game.
that was a pretty good method. So Joe, you were streaming earlier today, and I didn't actually get an opportunity to lurk. I was in and out of meetings all day today, but were you doing more morning? What do you call those streams?
The craft streams.
Craft streams, yes. Sorry, I was thinking of, not Minecraft, but craft.
Like arts and crafts.
Okay.
Yeah, not today. Today I was doing a bunch of Minecraft stuff. Although I actually did get over to Game Terminal earlier, and I got some pictures of Elvira's House of Horrors because I wanted to base my house in my next Minecraft season off of the house on the playfield from the latest Elvira game. And so I just spent 2.5 hours trying to figure out how to create that in 3D. And the outside looks pretty good. The interior is trying to figure out where the stairwells would go in a house that's a toy that was never intended to have stairs in it.
Right.
Is a nightmare. But it's fine. I can just break holes in the floors, put vines or something. I don't know. It's a haunted house or a house of horrors. It could be anything.
You can MC Escher that.
Exactly. The Minecraft Escher, of course.
Yes.
Reference, Joe.
Thank you.
And by that,
were you being serious?
I know who MC Escher is.
It's a multi-layered joke because I told George to tell Escher's dad that his son has to change his name to MC Escher.
And get into music, right?
If he ever starts DJing.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that was...
Have him DJ, like Scott Denisi can do some electronic music and then Escher can do a set. You know, TPF, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Guys, he's in so many things already. Please do not give Jack Danger the push to get into making music.
Actually, he's done a bunch of streams where he's done exactly that.
That's what I mean, George. Don't tempt him. Man,
well, he's got to have a hobby, though. You keep in mind, you know, now that pinball is his job, music needs to be a more prominent hobby.
Yeah.
You know, because otherwise you'll go crazy. Like, once making, like, Minecraft videos became my job, I needed to start making sure that my other hobbies, like drawing and painting and things like that, kind of came back, you know? Because otherwise I was going to go insane.
Okay. Papercraft, that's the word I was trying to think of earlier that I couldn't get. I'm like, you were doing crafts with paper, but all I could think of is craft, but I knew it was a reference to Minecraft. So I kept wanting to say craft.
Nice.
Wow, Insanity Falls is in here hating. Also, don't give JD any kind of anything.
Okay. He needs to focus on building pinball machines at this point.
Oh my god, is shit posting a hobby?
Oh, wow.
I guess it depends on whether or not it's your job.
Yeah, once it's your job, you need something else.
Oh, what am I in? Oh, all targets at 15,000, I think because I completed Zeus. Yeah, let's...
Insanity says, George, are you still bringing your cube to TPF?
Ooh. Yes, Insanity Falls. I want to bring my cube to TPF. God, I would love to play some Magic.
Hill, would you like to ask this question?
Do I think the C920 is a better player cam than the C922? I personally just within the last 3 weeks made that choice for myself and got the C920 for my player cam. So your mileage may vary, but just I didn't really need USB-C, and really depending on how big a focus the players are in your stream, like you might not need the resolution either. Like, I mean, you know, we're not. So I know George sometimes he brings his player cam full screen, but if you're not doing that, like I'm not doing those crazy transitions. I just need something in the corner with my face, you know. And the C920 was all I needed for that. Yeah, see, George now has the full, but now the focus is not on you yet.
Nope. Get here. There it is. It got there eventually.
Yeah. Now I'm also using software to override the autofocus on that. I found like a webcam settings thing for the Mac that I'm streaming from that basically lets me override the autofocus on any webcam, and I love it because it's never gonna guess right consistently.
Right.
I feel like we need a
thank you for the follow.
A George Stadium light at some point.
What is that?
Well, it's just something that brightens you up a bit.
Oh.
So it's like a pin stadium thing where it's got two parallel bars just pointed a bunch of LEDs.
Yeah, it's just annoyingly pointed right at your face.
You kind of get used to it after a while.
You do. I just realized I still have 3 lights pointed at me that have been on for the last 3 hours that I can't turn off.
Yeah, I'll forget to turn off my ring light when I'm done streaming.
By the way,
shining in my face.
Chelsea Wolf, thank you so much for that follow.
You got it. Dice, you're on it. Thank you.
Jedi, you just need less effing light sources in the frame behind the subject. Really face.
At the same time, though, having all those light sources looks really cool. You've got a cool Christmas tree, you got stars, you got...
It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah,
it's something for the bokeh actually to bokeh it on. This is actually not an awful game.
So this is a game that I never really got familiar with the rule set for. And it, you know, every time I played it, it was fun enough, but it was just not one where I was like, I want to sit here for, 5 games and really get it, you know?
Right.
But I guess part of the issue there is when I played it, it's at Game Terminal and it's right next to, or it was like right near Total Nuclear Annihilation. So like I would go play Tron while I'm waiting for TNA to open up, you know?
You're right. TNA is such a good game too, and it was one of those until I had it in house, I was constantly looking for it on location.
Yeah, I didn't even get to TNA tonight. Because so it was my first time taking my girlfriend to Game Terminal, and she'd never been there. And there's a bunch of like classic old Williams games that like we had to play, and so it's like, well, good to leave something for next time, or in this case, like 70 more machines for next time. But yeah.
Still awesome. So your girlfriend is into gaming?
Well, I gotta say, yeah, she's into gaming. She played pinball a lot as a kid, but not very much the last few years. But having the Guardians in the apartment, she's been able to get in a few hours a week of that with me. So that definitely was one of those things where it's like when we get to Game Terminal, she had said like playing Guardians so much meant she didn't have to stress out about wasting dollars at the arcade, But realistically, I mean, she outscored me on a bunch of unfamiliar machines 2 out of 3 times. So
okay, so she's really good at it too.
Yeah, she's plenty good at it. Like, well, the thing is, she's plenty good compared to me. I'm nowhere near good though. So like, I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. like if we went to a tournament, I don't want you to be like, Joe, you said she was really good. It's like, no, I said she was better than me, right?
Okay, gotcha. There we go. Ooh, that is Sea of Simulation. Okay, we're gonna get to the mini wizard mode here. And if we can beat Sea of Simulation, we get into Portal, which is the wizard mode. But I only completed 3 modes, I think, so this is not gonna go well. The first thing I have to do is hit gem. But that's open up there. So I'm gonna really quickly walk through what we're doing right now. Also, Surreal has a suggestion. But there are certain... That's the suggestion.
God darn it.
It's always good to see you.
That is really loud in the background, by the way.
Really band name, by the way, George. Loud in the background?
Ooh, that is a good one. Guess it doesn't work. No, it worked.
I will spend my points however I please.
It's Surreal. Yeah, okay. All right.
Jedi, thank God the stream has a mute.
Oh my gosh, no.
Revlink says it's terrifying.
I'm glad that I couldn't hear it, honestly. It didn't come through on the Discord.
No, it doesn't. I don't have it set to give us feedback. I probably should.
No.
I switched over just so that I could experience the full effect.
Dang it, I'm dropping stuff.
Oh, here goes Arthur. I bet he's doing the sun.
The sun is loud. Wait.
I like you screaming in my face at times. Reminds me of my childhood, JK. Heavy bird.
Oh, there it goes.
Jesus.
Electronic there. That's number 3, I think, for tonight. No, the
sorry,
JP
George.
Battle Cash Money is on Thursday.
And where can people find that stream, George?
That's gonna be here.
No, it is not. Not on Thursdays. Oh, that hasn't started yet.
That's right.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't there a new network of pinball streamers?
There is the network of pinball streamers has been around for a while, but coming up in the very near future, we will be streaming on the Pinball Network Twitch, Facebook, and
One year.
streaming directly on Facebook, YouTube, and TPN's Twitch channel. And we have a whole schedule of streamers that will end up streaming on those channels 7 days a week. And that begins in 2022. And there's a couple of other...
hopefully they don't go with the name as non-marketable and direct as the Pinball Network.
Right? That would just be that wouldn't be well thought out.
That would just be silly. That'd be like them having a brand of pudding.
Well played. The Pudding Network. Yeah, so that begins in 2022. We've got Fliptronic, who just redeemed a Screaming Sun. Thank you so much. Jedi McMuffin, Frisco Pinball. So, and myself, I will be on Thursday. So my normal streaming on my channel is Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I will be, I think, moving my Monday stream back a half hour. Streaming Monday and Tuesday on this channel, and then I'll be streaming on TPN on Thursdays. And yeah, it's something that we've been working on for a while. So I'm so.
Jedi is on Saturdays.
Jedi is on Saturdays.
Merc only has enough points to highlight a message.
Merc only has what?
Enough points to highlight the message they highlighted.
I am Heavy
But
Merc. Welcome to the stream.
support, nonetheless.
There's some t-shirts you need, Jordan. I went to DPF stream and I only had enough points to redeem this t-shirt.
I kind of like that, actually.
Well, you know, for as many people that follow here, we have as many tourists coming through. Might as well try to sell them something.
I feel like a tourist because I'm only down to 4.7k at this point. Having redeemed too many suns in my tenure here.
Oh no.
Too many.
Surreal at 18 years old, I went to make sure I could never redeem any sons or daughters.
Did I beat Clue? I did beat Clue. Okay, now we've got to go through.
Hey there, pinball fanatics. It's your
What
old
just
pal,
happened?
K. Trevor Wilson here. You're all a bunch of nutsacks for watching someone play pinball on the computer. Are you kidding me? Come on, learn a skill. Get a trade.
little
I know
loud.
There's a pandemic going on, but pinball? Geez, you could be playing pinball. You're sitting there watching someone else pinball. You're like the sad guy at the bar who didn't bring any friggin' quarters. Hope you have a great day. Cheers. Thanks so much for watching.
I assume he does get loud. Insanity Falls. My hat's off to you. Thank you very much.
Insanity Falls, welcome back to the Panic Room. Enjoy the ad-free viewing and that month's worth of show.
Wait a minute, why can we hear those videos but not the other ones?
Which other ones?
Yes, you do need to go watch season 10 of Letterkenny right now.
Surreal, which other ones do you want to hear?
No. I just mean like we didn't hear the sun on Discord, but I just heard Squirrely Dan.
If I hear the sun on Discord, I am leaving.
All right, so I won't turn on the sun.
Jedi still can't believe you haven't split the audio levels in your alerts. Let him help you.
I don't know how to do it on the fly. I have to like disable the alert specifically in Discord.
George, I don't think he meant tonight.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was just mean after such a decent game.
Insanity Falls. I honestly don't know if I'm subscribed on both accounts or not, but F it. Leroy!
Joe, you're getting in here. Thank you so much for that raid. And for hanging out with us.
Hey, thank you for putting me up there on the board.
High score number 3.
300 years ago, we were terrified of raids. Now we're welcoming them.
Wait a second. What raids were we terrified of?
Vikings, yo. Vikings.
Oh, years ago. Like that's a.
Those here in America.
In the 1700s?
Yeah.
Was that still going on?
I'm really.
I wasn't there. I can't vouch.
It's fine. Oh. Anyway, it's getting close to midnight here, and I still have a bunch of stuff I got to do before bed. But it was fantastic hanging out with you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for hanging out.
Have a good night, Joe.
Yeah, have a great night.
Have a great night. Keep adventuring.
I can't believe that missed.
And there he goes.
Well, Surreal, now that Joe's gone, it's up to you to carry this chat. So.
Oh, well, you guys are screwed.
Oh, almost got there.
Voo, how you doing? Thanks for the Voo Penny Kitty emoji.
I've been looking for a good raid video to play that I haven't seen in other places. And the only thing that I can come up with is Norseman. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but it's pretty funny.
No, Norseman?
The Norseman.
Yeah, it's I think it's on Netflix. But it's basically it's a bunch of Vikings and it's everybody's dumb and I don't know, it's fun. They have a whole thing about raiding, but
okay. Is it actual Norseman?
It is. I think everybody's from Norway that is in the show.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know if it was like is it mocking Norsemen, like Norsemen today, or is it like?
No, it's set back in I don't know the 500s or so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like I said, 300 years ago.
Sure.
Right.
I'll carry the whole chat, says Seraph. It's what I do best. Okay, good. I need that to happen, by the way, on Thursday next week.
Well, clearly I'm not doing it, so.
As I double drain simultaneously down both sides.
And Zendy Falls. So the last Tron I played, the whole thingy in the back middle was completely broken. The red clipper had no coil stop. And so you can backhand the arcade all day.
Sounds fun.
Sounds like when George's daughter broke Jurassic Park.
Yep. The raptor target was locked open. Ravelink.
Apologies. Every Tron I've played has been real beat up. I'd love to play a decent one. Yeah, Ravelink's your best bet to do that is at some kind of expo and or show. Other than that, out in the wild, yeah, I can't imagine those are taken care of very well.
All right, so I need to hit the Tron targets. Sorta got, let's hit the O, maybe?
Next game, George Lobster would like to have you give them a good tutorial on Tron.
I can do that. I actually can do that.
Surreal, again, I'm very sorry for what happened to the green bean casserole at your Crimbus.
What happened?
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but so it goes. The green bean casserole was off. Everybody took a bite and simultaneously looked across the table as if to say, am I gonna die? And thankfully the answer to that question is no, nobody died, but everybody wondered it. It tasted slightly of rubber, I guess. All of the beans, I guess, were just on the precipice of being absolutely terrible and bad.
Okay.
So I replaced my my green bean casserole with meat, and that worked out for everybody.
Crap. Everybody out of the pool. Okay, so nobody died, thankfully, but it would have been... Did you have a name for what it would have been called? Like, is there the great green bean catastrophe of 2021?
I hadn't really thought of it.
Oh, you needed a name for it. Yeah, this was an event.
Interesting. I'll get back to you.
We'll fix it in post. Look at this guy throwing shade at the taste of rubber. Insanity Falls, you are officially our stream shit chatter.
How many more? 5 more to start disc. I do need gem. And then disc.
Oh, when it comes to holiday food, I'm all about cranberries.
I'm actually not. I've never really liked cranberries.
I like my fruit the way I am, bitter.
My only job at Thanksgiving is to prepare the cranberry sauce, and the trick is
no.
You gotta put a little hole in the top of the can too, so that it retains its shape.
Big Brother, did Russia ever get announced? Not to my knowledge, unless that happened since I joined Stream and stopped checking the internet.
No, I think we were expecting, what was it, was it supposed to be today, the 27th? Oh, Seraph wants to retire green bean casserole. Do we have any green bean casserole lovers in here?
Yes, Seraph is wrong.
All right. No. Fair question though. What do you think would be okay to get rid of from Thanksgiving dinner?
Yams.
Yeah, I could do without the yams.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, game.
Turkey.
What? Whoa.
Everything except for the mashed potatoes.
Nope. Sorry, we've got to keep the turkey. Yeah, and the stuffing.
I'm just kidding. I wanted to see what you guys would do.
No, yeah, the turkey.
The test for now.
Insanity Falls. If you don't want my contact high, there's plenty of other streams you can do.
What was that?
Insanity Falls said, Dice, stop doing all this weed in my face. I'm just an innocent bystander. Insanity, you are anything but innocent. You may be a bystander, but that's where that begins.
That's where that ends, yeah.
Exactly, Ray. Stuffing and mashed potatoes must stay.
Oh.
And you gotta have rolls. Rolls are good.
Wait a second. That's what it was. I needed to convert it from a... Oh my gosh. I needed to convert this sound. This is really hard to do because I'm right-handed. But Dice, I told you I created you a new sound for when you get in, but yes. It created an MP3. But here's the sound.
Convert.
I've heard of those.
No, sorry, it created a WAV file.
I've heard of those.
Will he stick the conversion, folks? Let's see. Lobster, yes, the King's Hawaiian roll specifically. They gotta stay.
Hold up, that was very quiet. I gotta turn it up. Okay, let's try that again.
That's still super soft.
It was still. Oh, hold on. There we go. One more try.
Welcome to the stream, Mr. Dice. I wish you a smorgasbord of fun in a casserole of laughs.
Ah, gravity falls!
I found the coolest website ever that allows you to type in anything you want, and you have several thousand different characters from all of history of entertainment that it will do voices in.
Oh, George.
What's that?
What website is this? I'm going there.
It is amazing. Hold up.
I'd like to go there as well.
No, that's Amazon.
Nope. It is called uberduck.ai. uberduck.ai. And you have to create an account. And then, no joke, they like, you can even do the Notorious B.I.G. Which is funny because yes, I wanted to do the Black Eyed Peas if I could do Fergie for MPT3K.
But Fergie's not in the Black Eyed Peas anymore.
Not anymore, but it's behind the times a little bit.
And they're better for it. So Microsoft Sam, welcome to 95. Let's play Hover 3D and watch the Buddy Holly video. In 94, do you think you have a problem with the Buddy Holly video? Because I think that's one of the greatest videos Weezer ever made.
I don't actually know what. Yes, they do.
Interesting.
Exactly, right? Like your mind is starting to run. What a cool website.
I'm gonna get my information stolen for sure.
Yes.
Next stream Surreal has, the whole thing's gonna be narrated by Morgan Freeman.
And that was the third time I got crabs.
What's up MLP voices in 15.ai? Insanity, it's second only to the pork and beans video. Yeah. Yeah, with the t-shirts, yeah.
That's a great video.
Thank you so much for following George.
Thank you. Give me that back.
What you also saw was a prime example of what we like to call in the industry juggling.
I don't know why that was so. What we like to call in the industry as juggling.
That's what.
That right there is what we like to call in the industry missing our shot. Oh, can somebody do me a quick favor and visit the Twitch channel on a webpage, or somebody who's watching, and refresh, and then look down and tell me how many followers we have. I think we just crossed 1,900.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Well, it says 1.9K, so.
Oh,
yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
That's a rounding.
George is a juggalo. No, George is not a juggalo. If you're looking for anything close to a juggalo in the chat, it's probably me.
Ooh, you know what? I can probably do this programmatically. Let's do it live.
Let's do it live. We'll fix it in post.
Thank you, George. I was gonna say it if you didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm on it. I'm on it. Okay, so now we need to get into disc.
Yeah, Insanity Falls. George is not a juggalo. We discussed this when I came in the summer before this last one, and I had bought 3 sixers of the ICP beers, all which tasted terrible.
Yeah, I apparently don't know about the whole juggalo thing.
Which was so weird, because you grew up in Chicago.
Right?
And they were from Detroit. Like, you think it wouldn't go that far.
How did that miss? Not good.
Insanity Falls, 1, being a juggalo isn't a crime, and 2, George definitely is not one.
I am not a juggalo.
George is many things. A literature enthusiast, a sci-fi fanatic, and alt-rock fanboy, but he just never.
But not that.
That's okay.
we don't hold that against me, right?
Well, no, absolutely not. Music taste is entirely subjective.
Is it?
The NSA doesn't hire juggalos. Given the people I've seen at the concerts and the gatherings, I'd imagine not. Did you ever drink the Mark Hardy beer? Didn't know he had one. It's like a dirty stock full of nickels. Oh, the Ed Hardy beer.
Ed Hardy. Who is Ed Hardy?
He makes those gaudy, not quite Hawaiian t-shirts. He was really popular back in 2012, and then his popularity really fell off.
Got it.
He's in the same league as Oakley sunglasses.
What's wrong with Oakley sunglasses?
If you're spending $300 on a pair of sunglasses, I'm not going to think you're cool. I'm going to think you're irresponsible.
That needs to be turned into some sort of a, if you're going to spend $300 on sunglasses, you're not cool, you're irresponsible. That needs to be a quote in a movie somewhere. That was so great.
Insanity Falls. He draws awful drawings of tigers on t-shirts and sells them for 3 times the price.
Okay, there we go. And boom, Sea of Simulation.
Draws the fish t-shirts, very different demographic than Oakley.
Okay.
I mean, isn't one type of douche the same as every other type of douche?
I guess where your head's at here.
Exactly, Insanity. Imagine those tap-out t-shirts, and those are popular, and then double that.
Ah!
And Sarif was confusing Guy Harvey with Ed Hardy. Yeah, it's okay, Sarif. The amount of Harveys in the world that are cooler are very small.
I need to make a quick drink, especially after that really disappointing Sea of Simulation again. I'm gonna go right over here.
George out here, speaking like he's from the future. I need to go download myself another drink. That Sea of Simulation was very disappointing.
It was, though. It was really disappointing. All right.
No, I'm not judgmental at all. I'm just merely saying my opinion. It's not any more right or wrong than anyone else's. Insanity Falls. What about Guy Fieri? I'm happy he was successful. I personally don't get it, but Ravelinks. The Von Dutch trucker hat thing was a bit before my time. Maybe George can speak on that.
The trucker hat thing?
Yeah, the Von Dutch brand trucker hat trend.
No idea. I have never gotten into trucker hats.
Yeah, I never really got that either.
I never got into them. I don't feel like Ow. I think I just cut myself. That was great.
Oh, let's see. First new place, you cut yourself in the freezer. This time you managed to cut yourself on an ice tray?
Yeah, the ice tray cracked. Check it out. It cracked. And
Is this going to be a thing? Every new place you move, you have to hurt yourself on something new?
Well, it's weird it has to do with the freezer specifically every time.
Exemplary demonstrates ice cube related injuries.
I mean, I can't eat out of that plastic, right? Because there might be plastic in that ice cube.
You're at 1,904.
Oh my gosh! So we're over.
Yes, and I can tell you who, if you like, who the 1900 was.
Lobster. George is too jacked for such cheap plastic. Edge of the world, thank you for the follow.
Thank you. All right, so this is the quadruple sec over here. I know, Dice, you were asking for it. Ow, yeah, seriously, look, it got my... we cracked it in half and it tore the bottom of my hand open a little bit. Which is fine, it just goes well with this guy because I wasn't paying attention as I was walking around over there.
Lobster, you're right. George needs to get himself some solid steel ice cube makers. So he doesn't rip it in half.
I definitely need an ice cube maker. You are now I think, fifth... Every person that's been in here is like, George, you drink way too much to do ice cube trays. And I'm like, I feel like maybe that's indicative of a problem, but I don't have a problem. I'm perfectly fine with the amount of alcohol I drink.
Some sort of allergy to triple sec. Good thing, Lobster, I gave George the recipe. This is quadruple sec.
Right. You might not be allergic to quadruple sec.
It's 4 times the sec.
All right, we're going back here. So sorry. If they have to amputate the hand, it's really going to negatively impact your pinball skills and life in general. You're right.
Life in general, probably. Pinball skills? Honestly, once you learn how to play one-handed, that's like 85% of playing pinball. It's just doing it with both hands.
Sorry, video feedback loop? What's going on?
I'm not sure, but I'm looking at your direct feed to the Discord here, George.
I'm looking at the live stream. It looks okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay.
I'm looking at both, but yeah.
Arthur, no, I'm not.
People also cry when you beat their best score on ball one-handed. Yeah.
That's true, Vuvu. If you walk into a tournament and you especially look like you're not supposed to be there, and you walk up and play one-handed and just blow everyone out of the water.
There's going to be some crying.
Yeah, tears of joy from you as you collect your trophy.
Ooh, so has any
Griffin? What's up, guys? Hey, what's up, Bundy?
Look at that gem shot. I'm gonna blame that on the blood.
One-hand pinball is such a flex, but if you can really, really lock it down, it's kind of flex. You can pop whenever you want.
Oh. That doesn't work out well. One-handed is really hard. I'm trying it right now.
Thundy is a digital pinball player. They have Stern, Gottlieb, Bally, and Williams. Well, Thundy, we appreciate pinball of all types here, and if you ever want to discuss virtual pinball with other people, here's a link to the Discord. We have a whole special subset channel just for that, should you ever wish to converse with your people or talk about live tables or whatever you'd like.
Thank you, Dave, for the catch there. We're on ball 3.
Voo voo, we don't shame.
What was that? Virtual pinball, man, has such a massive following. Oh my god, that was just mean.
It's come a lot farther than what it was in the past. Like now it's every day it's getting closer to being more realistic.
It blows my mind because
it's not quite there, but I say give it 5 years, it'll get there.
There's
still fun.
Times when so playing it is different, but there are times that based on how MPT3K streams his virtual pinball, I can't tell. Right?
Agreed.
The only reason I know every once in a while is because he's playing it upstairs, right, as opposed to in the garage. So I'm kind of using meta to guess, but like he could have been playing actual Whirlwind the other day. And he had 2 different settings and a cool little like redemption where you could change how it looked, how the game itself looked. But there was a moment where I'm like, oh my god, is this actually Whirlwind? Like even the ball was reflecting light appropriately.
Okay, going back up here. Ice-Ski-Doo was thinking about your Droid Cam sound stuff. Did you create a Droid Cam scene with audio from only Droid Cam and no USB mic, or are you just fidgeting with muting your regular mic whenever you go mobile?
I only leave my standard mic on that mobile scene, and I have disabled the mic on Droid Cam. So I just continue using this mic as I'm going around, and I'm completely wireless on my mic. So I have this, and this is what I'm using right now, which is this little guy here.
Thundy just played Ripley's Believe It or Not and hit a huge 53 million high score. Ripley's Believe It or Not, an absolutely merciless table. I can affirm that I have one. I ended up getting 6 extra balls, which breaks my record overall for the most extra balls ever. Thundy, so happy you had a great game. Happy you're here. Welcome to the lobby of the Panic Room, shall we say?
Yes. Oh wow, the lobby of the Panic Room. Wait, are we all in the Panic Room? That's a really good question.
No, there are people that are not.
No, but I mean, like when we're streaming, are we streaming from the Panic Room? Like just trying to think through what that actually means.
It's like being at one of those big new arenas where a massively multi-million-dollar band could be on stage, and people could be in their seats watching it, but there could also be restaurants and bars within the arena behind them. They can go and sit and watch from a TV and enjoy a drink and just sit back and relax in a nice comfy chair instead of those horrible stadium chairs.
Wait a second, so is the Panic Room a bar called the Panic Room? Also, somebody just raved us. Sorry, not raided.
Ravid.
No.
His number 1 favorite table is Revenge from Mars. Monopoly comes really close to number 2, followed by one near and dear to mine and George's heart, Ghostbusters at number 3.
Ooh, Ghostbusters is so pretty.
CNK, hi gang. Hi CNK, how you doing?
Hi CNK. We're drinking.
That was wonderful. Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great.
Not the Tuesday coming in a few hours.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful.
I'm so sorry, Dice. I can't hear you. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Ghostbusters, not the Tuesday coming within a few hours, but the one a week from now. If you'd like to get yourself a copy of Ghostbusters Afterlife digitally, you will be able to do so.
Oh my god, sorry, when does it become available?
Not the Tuesday a few hours from now, but a week from now.
Okay, a week from nowish, we'll be able to get the digital version. That's awesome. I want to go see it again. You've seen it, what, 5 times now?
7.
7, oh my gosh. Also, Soft Boiled Egg donating 600 bits. Go buy yourself a better ice tray. Dude, check Check that out right there. Oh my God, right there. Focus.
You really
Camera.
hurt yourself on that last freezer, too. You threw that entire piece away.
There we go. Yeah, there. That's what happened.
Let's see. Thundy broke 1 billion twice in all of their plays on Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters as a pin is so unforgiving. And
it is.
Thundy, you're welcome in here with open arms. You saw Afterlife and it was phenomenal. Well, you're allowed to stay.
Speaking of with open arms, I almost bought Creed's With Arms Wide Open album on vinyl.
Abutu, thank you for the follow.
Abutu, thank you. Cool name. And I don't know if that was should I go back there and get it?
Software like sometimes feel like asking, did you like it as a bit? Software like I'm not your average Ghostbusters fan. I'm a hardcore Ghostbusters fan. I've built one proton pack from scratch. I'm starting on my second because I want to make an identical one from the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Let's see.
Specifically from the cartoon?
Yes, from the original real Ghostbusters. Once that one's done, I will do one from the Extreme Ghostbusters. Ravelings, Ghostbusters hard. People love it though. You either love it or you love the license and or game so much you learn to love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Abutu, you're welcome. Abutu says, I love me. People say Aboot. Are there any of those AI voice apps that can do Creed's lead singer's voice from Soft Boiled Egg?
There are lead singer voices on it.
Rave never got into it because they're not that good enough.
What's that?
Yeah, Rave, trust me. George can tell you all about not being good enough on Ghostbusters because was that not your first new in-box game?
It was my first game. It was my first new in-box, and it also happened to be my first game.
But George did pick it back up later. He got another used one once he was much better at not only, well, yeah, I guess only his pinball skills, but he was able to appreciate it much more later. That is not. You need to either be a diehard collector like me for Ghostbuster stuff, or you need to be amazing at pinball. There's really no in between.
There it is.
He hates the Scoleri brothers. Sometimes I accidentally trigger them and they can mess up the game. Sometimes get lucky and can take the bolt off the lucky bounce. Softball Leg is more of a Luigi's Mansion guy. Insanity Falls. George, biggest regret of my life. When I was 15, I saw Creed in concert, and at the very end, the drummer threw out a drumstick and I caught it. And on the way out, some dude offered me $500 for it, and I said no.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You probably should have taken that 500.
Yeah, I think so.
JR Bond, George, do you remember what your best is on Ghostbusters?
Man, was it like 8 billion? I don't know. It was several billion, for sure.
Oh, here's a good callback here, George, from Sunday. My church used to have a Gottlieb Rescue 911. Still have the digital version.
Ooh.
Abutu says, you have a lot of cool pins there, George.
Thank you. Yeah, what do we got? We got Tron Pro, Star Trek LE, TNA, Jurassic Park Pro, Stern Stars, Ultraman CE, and Godzilla. And Joe Hills, who was on earlier, has a Guardians of the Galaxy of mine right now.
Abutu, we got a foot of snow today. Plan to go skiing again tomorrow. Yeah, I probably got... in the last 16 hours, I probably got a good 2 to 3 inches, and tomorrow night we're getting another 4, so yay, shoveling season is here.
I am expecting, I think, a decent amount of snow. I just want everyone to know that I held back on the...
I was just upset about you or that Stranger Things is gone. Especially since George never beat it.
Oh my God. By the way, do not buy and sell pinball machines and put that cash into your bank account if you are buying a house. because it looks like money laundering. Just FYI.
A little bit. You'll need someone to come in and vouch for you that you're not a drug trafficker.
Yep, exactly. If they're like, you have a $7,000 deposit here, a $6,000 deposit here, and 13 over here, and I'm like, I buy and sell pinball machines a lot. Like, okay, well, they're like, do you have receipts? Like, no.
No, we're people of our word.
Yeah, she's like, how about a title that shows that you were legally able to sell the pinball machines?
That doesn't happen.
That's not a thing.
Surreal, are you still here?
Yeah, sorry, I had to go get ice, fudge, and beef jerky, just in case anybody's wondering how my life is going.
I'm so sorry. I just realized, I'm like, I haven't heard from Surreal in like probably a half hour. Ice Ski-Doo's getting about 2 inches in the morning, but still not enough to enjoy, just a nuisance. See, that's... You live in Maine, so I really can't complain. Except for some years. Some years Maine has winter, some years they don't. Here, it's always gonna happen.
All right, we got to hit this gem shot.
Devin Crates, thank you for asking.
Softboiled, like, thank God pinball machines have titles. It'd be so hard to refer to this without being able to call it Tron. And which pinball machine did you buy? The one with Jeff Bridges and the computer. Imagine that if you just showed up to a movie theater and like there were no titles, but you saw something you really liked and you had to try to explain it to somebody.
Right.
Well, that would get rid of marketing right there.
Actually, that sounds like a really interesting experiment. How fun would these games be if you walked in and they were all Whitewoods?
Oh, interesting.
So they still kept the same call-outs and software and everything, but the artwork was gone.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right, well, that's the next goal. Let's recreate 100 pins as Whitewoods.
Wow, that E over there is so tough. Okay, so I just need the U, and I've got Zeus. Missed it by that much.
And the Tales of the Arabian Nights is a favorite of theirs. A lot of other players as well. Also, Theater of Magic. I flipped my theater a while back. Highest score on KOTOR is 72 million with the story complete. Well done, Thundy.
All right, extra ball and light cycle.
Book about a world where pinball machines were never given titles or themes.
What?
A world of Whitewoods. And Kirk House, welcome to the stream. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. All right. So, I don't know why, but I didn't get gem, and I hit gem like 6 times.
Did you also hit the holograms?
Boo!
I didn't get that.
George!
Gem of the holograms?
Gem of the Holograms, the Hanna-Barbera cartoon?
Nope, no idea.
Or the not
Misfits.
as bad as people made it seem, but still made basically zero money. 26.
Pez knows they're truly outrageous.
They're truly Pez Johnson, welcome to the stream. So, by the way,
Garthades. As someone that works in a movie theater, people do walk in and ask along the lines of see the one with Jeff Bridges and that computer. Even when we have no Jeff Bridges movie play.
What? People are still asking to see Tron?
Garthades, please try to correct me if I'm saying your name wrong. But I've had several friends that used to, much older friends than me, that used to work at movie rental places that have similar kinds of stories.
Huh. That's kind of interesting.
Jeff Bridges and the computer. We don't know. No movie like that exists.
Ice Ski George trying to pretend he's not 40 and doesn't remember Gem and the Holograms. I have no idea what that is, and I'm 39. I am not 40 yet. Also, man, I came to this mode for a reason. Oh, sorry. So what do we have coming up? So this Thursday, there's an Iron Pinball battle with Seraph, and that's happening Thursday on this channel at 10 o'clock. And MPT3K will be moderating that battle. And then Tuesday next week, I have not updated the exclamation point battle yet. And then Tuesday next week, I'll be playing, another Iron Pinball battle, this time with Pez Johnson, moderated by Jedi McMuffin. So for upcoming stuff on my channel, that's that. And there's also some other things coming up as well on TPN while we're stopped. Right, I'm on ball 3. What was that?
The Pudding Network? There's new things coming? There's new flavors of pudding coming?
New flavors of pudding from the Pudding Network. All right, so we've got Fox Cities, looks like has a New Year's Eve 4 Strikes tournament. And then shortly, go ahead.
I said roo. That's my home team. You gotta vote for the home team.
Well, and then your home team is going to be back on again January 15th for the Winter Classics Pinball Tournament and Wisconsin State Pinball Championship, and that's on January 15th.
Damn Skippy, I'm hoping to see Laser there. If he's not there, I'm going to be mad.
I hope to also see Laser at the state... Wait, at the Wisconsin State Championships? Does that's Laser just...
You, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just go there and tailgate.
Okay. That sounds so fun. I want a pinball tailgate. Is that a thing?
Wisconsin, George. We'll grill burgers together and watch other people play, and we'll just drink and have a great time.
Oh my God.
I think you should do it.
I also played without putting the playfield back.
Who wants to see me and George stream from the parking lot of District 82 just grilling brats and burgers and having a great time?
Oh my God, no pinball, just getting wasted. I feel like...
I think Surreal should come up for that too.
All right, if Surreal's coming up, I'm coming up.
What, to Wisconsin?
Yeah.
To the lands of brats and cheese and half German people.
Nothing against Wisconsin, but it takes an awful lot for me to get out of bed and go grocery shopping.
You'll be drinking and eating for free.
Sort of like when I go grocery shopping.
Touche, sir. Or as the French say, touche.
A brat eating contest. Oh, Jedi, are you in?
Oh,
if we can get somebody else to come.
Win that one. I used to eat competitively. The trick is to dislocate your jaw and stuff as much food in as you can, and then relocate it and chew.
Can I just eat 3 of them at my leisure?
You can have as many as you'd like.
I could eat some serious brats right now.
Actually, brats sound good, and I'm eating
beef jerky. For like 15 hours with all the alcohol you'd want and all the food you can eat.
Wait, are they gluten-free brats?
In your case, George, I'll make an exception, but if there's gluten in those brats, I find umbrage with those brats. I find Dolores umbrage with those brats.
We'll find some unbread. I'm sure the brats are fine. The brats can't have cheese in them, though.
That's totally fine. I'll get you a plate and a fork, and you'll go bunless, but you can still have all the toppings.
What was that?
I'll get you a plate and a fork, and you can go bunless, but you can still have all the toppings.
Okay. It's weird. You say bunless, but I can't say that word and not have it be dirty.
Paz knows about Wisconsin eating. Thinks that enter a brat eating contest, have 3 and say, thanks, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
Paz, I challenge you to a Kringle eating contest.
Oh my God. Wisconsin Kringle is the best thing ever.
Damn,
I'm unfamiliar with what this is.
Acknowledgement.
The only Kringle I know is Chris, and I don't want to eat it.
No, Wisconsin Kringle you can get here in Colorado from Costco. And it's a crazy deli. Oh my gosh, really?
I like the blueberry one myself.
Oh my god, I've never had anything but the standard flavor. Insanity Falls is gluten-free too. We can do it.
Oh, Pat Johnson, please, I am not besmirching the raspberry at all.
Also,
Jezebel,
Pez, how comfortable?
Jezebel, you're a woman after my own heart.
So Janelle is the one who introduced me to the to those.
Sure.
I can't think of what they're.
The Kringle?
Never.
It wasn't until I was like 14 that I realized that like we're one of the only states that has this.
I'm still waiting for definition of Kringle.
How do you explain it?
It is.
Picture a half-dense coffee cake covered in icing but filled with fruit filling.
Yes.
It's shaped like
a beefy Pop-Tart is what you're saying?
It's shaped in an oval like half the size of your body.
It's like a bready Pop-Tart, kind of. Yeah, I'd go with that.
So a football filled with fruit.
It's a family-sized Danish.
It's definitely a Danish. Like there's no question. It's in the family of Danishes.
It's so Dane.
Not just Danish, but super Dane.
Oh, it's so Dane Cook.
It's Darren, you beat me to it. It's so Dane. It's Dane Cook.
But back in 2005 when everyone liked him, not in 2006 when the world decided, hey, maybe yelling every one of your jokes just isn't that funny.
I still quote him every once in a while. Like when he talks, he's got this bit about seeing a runner get hit by a car, and it was like he kicked off his shoes in a fit of joy.
Johnny Tambourine's walking down the street. And you want to tell him he's about to get hit by a car, you can't get the words out. And not only does he like not just keep laying down, he gets back up like he didn't just get hit by a car and dump all the blood out of his head.
And oh my god! And there's the one about I've always wanted to tell somebody that they're a riot. I'm not a riot. You're a riot.
See, those first two albums came out when I was in like 5th grade, so I thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
I just found out about him very late.
Oh, what? That's actually really interesting. Someone that came to him really late and really did think he was funny, because from like 2002 to 2005, he was the first comedian to like go viral.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, because he was on MySpace every day. He was one of the first comedians to Social Network.
Huh. No, don't go in there.
And then in 2006, at the height of his success, everyone just decided, nah, he's not funny anymore.
And then his brother stole all his money.
That is, well, his stepbrother, and that is true. And he did have to, well, he couldn't exactly sue him, but he had to basically send his stepbrother to prison.
Yeah.
But he took the little money he did have left, and he rebuilt what he wanted of his career, and then he kind of retired. I mean, he'll still go out on the road every once in a while when he feels like it, but he has just enough to get by now, and you know what? I kind of respect that. Like, I don't need all the money in the world. All the money I lost, it's gone. I'm not going to get it back.
Also, Insanity Falls, why is Zach Meny the nicest guy in pinball a jerk?
Where is that? I'm trying to go back up in chat here. Did I miss something?
No, yeah. So Insanity Falls. Hey, you want to know why Zach Meny is a D?
Mr. Hardlock. Oh, that dang Cook is a silly bitch.
Also, another one of his things. That is a direct quote.
That was his bit about the car alarm and him making a song out of it while he was setting up at night. You may not laugh at that joke now, but you're gonna go home tonight and hear it and you're think, oh, that dang Cook is a silly bitch.
I now need to go back and listen to all of my Dane Cook albums because I suddenly think he's funny again.
I mean, I'm still trying to find the message you read earlier about Zach. Yeah, Mr. Harlock, you're about to get struck by a vehicle.
And the vehicle that hit him was a Dodge. I find that funny.
Yeah.
Game Club Central says that that's a nice shirt, and I tend to agree.
Okay, fully developed to its current form. And
Thank you.
Oh, okay. And Sandy, you want to know why Zach Money's a dick today?
No joke. The nicest guy. Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Because he knew how hard I was trying to get a copy of the book. Oh, okay. You're riffing.
Okay. No.
Seatbelt, backseat.
What is going on? All right, we did Jim.
I think Dane Cook's about to have a renaissance, and it's going to be either right here in your chat, George, or here in Wisconsin. And we're all getting tickets.
Let's do it. Let's make Dane Cook relevant again.
I'm gonna invite him to the second Lebowski Fest.
Oh my God, do it.
You never know. He might be in chat right now.
Well, I mean, let's not get crazy. Like, if I'm gonna wish for something, I would definitely wish. I don't know. If you could have any author be in your chat, who would it be?
An author? Douglas Adams?
Okay, a living author, right? Didn't Douglas Adams die?
Yes. You should know this, George.
Just because I really like a book doesn't mean I know everything about their author.
That's right.
All right, that's fair.
What author would I have in my chat?
Wait, is Shakespeare still alive? I don't know any authors.
I think he's just been off the grid.
Yeah, exactly. He's been off grid for a few years.
Ooh, that by the way, first question of the night, George. Ooh.
If I had to choose, I would say Arthur Pendragon.
I had to pick an author to be in my chat.
Wait. I mean, I'm lucky I've got an author in my chat right now.
This is true.
That may or may not be true.
What?
George, I'm being modest. I mean, all I did was...
Hey, Dice wrote a book.
All I did was get
Dice wrote a book.
Anybody could do.
Okay, we did the thing. We're gonna get into Sea of Simulation for a third or a fourth time tonight, and then drain immediately. Do screenplay writers count? Sure. The complete idiot guides to Windows.
Oh, the screenplay writers count? Oh, Kevin Smith. I think Kevin Smith every time.
I would have said that around the Clerks 1 era.
I would have said, no, Chasing Amy. He was at the height. And nothing, he did Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, and everything else he's done has been complete awful. Completely awful.
I went to go see Chasing Amy with my dad.
Usually do.
Oh, that's not good.
Distracting me from my rage about what George said.
Oh my God, he just ran in.
Thank you so much. The stick.
Manuel Miranda. That's a good choice.
That is Carl Sagan too, but he's also dead. I hear.
Just a little.
A little dead.
There's a piece of him blasting out of the solar system currently.
Just a little.
Probably billions and billions of miles away.
Well done. That's a point. Oh my God, that's a point. Seriously, surreal. That was well done. Excuse me, sir, but have you heard of our Lord and Savior Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? Oh, wow. I have to do it all over again.
Nickname in high school. Solid start.
Solid start.
I just watched that, Jezebel.
I'm currently watching Don't Look Up. Oh!
Why is that movie getting so much hate? I liked it.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's kind of like a new Idiocracy.
It's really yeah, I'll give you that. It's really difficult to explain without spoiling as well, so...
Can confirm. By the way, George, when are you catching up on the old Letterkenny there?
Someday, Dice.
You know, maybe when it's over and you can get the box set.
Get there!
I think it's a metaphor for many things, Jezebel.
Zach Manny thing? Huh?
Hey there, pinball fanatics. It's your old pal K. Trevor Wilson here. You're all a bunch of nutsacks for watching someone play pinball on the computer.
I got a Prime
kidding
Gaming.
me? Come on, learn a skill. Got a trade. I know there's a pandemic going on, but pinball? Geez, you could be playing pinball. You're sitting there watching someone else pinball. You're like the sad guy at the bar who didn't bring any friggin' quarters. Hope you have a great day. Cheers. Thanks so much for watching.
Rave Links, you're amazing. And The Stitch, thank you so much for that raid. My hat's off to you. How was your stream, and what did you stream this evening?
Matt isn't a robot. I loves pinballs.
Yeah, Jonah Hill is pretty
I got a
great in that
primer.
movie.
That's what it is. Thank you, iSki-Doo.
Playing opposite Meryl Streep. How far he's gone.
Who is that?
Well, I mean, he won an Oscar for Moneyball. He wasn't that fucked.
Jonah Hill. Well, look, I'm sorry. In the grand scheme of things, I think that Jonah Hill and Meryl Streep is still a pretty far stretch.
Meryl Streep has been in some bad movies too.
Yes, but statistically...
What do you think?
Meryl Streep has been in
I guess
bad
statistically
movies,
she's been in bad movies, so I don't know what I'm saying. Whatever. I'm not hating on Jonah Hill. I think he's great.
Oh no, I'm hating on Meryl Streep and her choice in terrible movie.
I don't think you're allowed to hate on Meryl Streep at all.
How could you possibly say that after Death Becomes Her?
Oh my God, Death Becomes Her was an amazing movie. Are you kidding me?
We talk about
That's my point.
Last 2 decades, please.
What else was there? There was that. No.
Did you hear her sing the first Mamma Mia?
Nah,
What was that?
In the first Mamma Mia movie?
No, I did not see Mamma Mia.
She sounded like the Wicked Witch of the Witch after 1,000 Marlboros.
We're making some progress here. Dice, are you feeling pretty confident for next Tuesday? I'm sorry, I said Dice, I meant Pez.
I was getting scared. I'm like, what the? And I'm gonna use here. What the actual fuck is happening next Tuesday?
Oh wait, that was Glenn Close. Favorite quote in it? Now a warning. I don't know that quote. There we go. We got Gem started.
Him and I are now the same person.
Checks out.
What was that?
I've never seen the two of you in the same room, so.
Oh, that checks out.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not Pez. I'm just saying no one's ever seen us in the same room together.
Dice Pez, same diff. Oh no! Hit that shot! All right, we got it. We got this. We got this. Let's hit Gem. I'm timing this. No! Yes! We completed Gem! All right, don't suck, George. That was the epitome of sucking. All right,
Here we go,
all right.
Surreal. While George is playing, you can troubleshoot me on camera. Somebody messaged me asking about their ban, and I don't remember how long ago it was or why, but now it's knocked it out of mod mode.
What? Oh, you're in mod mode?
You can't get out of mod mode?
Yes.
I don't know. I very rarely do that now that they have the mod things. And hold on.
All right, let me bookmark.
Let me figure it out.
Let me bookmark Uber Duck and I'll Google it.
Oh. We got this. All right, so we already got Clue. I don't have to worry about that. I need Zeus and this one right there. All right, so now we've got to complete this.
Okay, I'm back. No, it was so easy being a mod before they added that. And then people were like, can you remove my ban? And I'm like, I don't even remember what you were banned for or why.
Ooh, we got an extra ball.
Here you go. At Twitch, if you really have to have that function, once the person messages asking for something, please put in what they got punished for.
Right? It would be great to have.
So like, because someone messaged me, they're like, "Hey, can you remove my ban?" And I'm like, I don't know. Can I? Who are you?
Well, I got the same thing, but that person is not even chatted. So whatever.
Oh, so you saw the same thing I did. Okay.
Yeah. And now I'm in mod mode, and I don't know how to get out of it.
Bottom left corner.
Oh yeah, go to channel page. There it is.
There you go. Jezebel. Pinball. The only place we get excited about having an extra ball.
Well played. Well played. All right, so we need that.
If you woke up with an extra ball, I would imagine that would be an excitable moment.
Some poor person out there was like, wait, everyone doesn't have 3?
Okay. This is actually pretty good here. I have an extra ball, and I think that was a big bonus. Okay, we're good. We're good. Give me in to see a simulation and just skip through everything. I got 2 I've got to complete.
Yeah, that's right. To exit mod mode, press Alt F4.
Just hold down the power button on your tower until
That's right.
Nope, that did not work.
Just pull the cord out of the back of your tower. You'll like that mod mode real quick.
No! Nope. No. Oh, you can't get it.
Running config, startup config, and reboot.
That was only ball 2? Okay, there's no second Sea of Simulation. Pez, help me out here. How do I just have to complete everything to get to Portal?
You either complete a Sea of Sim and get to Portal, or you complete the modes and then get to Portal. According to Dr. Johnson.
All right.
So you have to complete C and get there, or do all the modes and get there.
I need to spell Zeus so many times. And then that's not a difficult mode to complete. Oh, I was supposed to do a tutorial earlier. So
you walk up to the game. Second, you put in your quarters.
Yes.
Second, you hit start. Third, you plunge the ball.
Oh my god. Yeah, get back in. Get back in. We did the thing.
Which hat is this, George? Is this a new one?
This is the so for whatever reason we started doing Cookie Monster hat stuff, and then I found this Cookies hat
with a bite taken out of it.
With a bite taken out of it, and I'm like, all right, this works.
It's the OG hat.
I'm sorry, what about the OG hat?
It's paying homage.
I did not realize.
Softball like says Cookies is a weed company. You're promoting a very prominent weed company.
Are you serious?
I'm so happy for you.
Really? It's a weed company?
According to Soft Boiled Egg.
Veriti, welcome to the stream.
George, out here pimping my favorite product.
Oh, I got in to see a simulation again. How did that happen? How did that happen?
Oh, snap.
How did I get in to see a Pez, what happened?
Pez, how did he get back there? Help.
No!
Cookies invented some very prominent strains in open dispensaries in most legal states.
No!
All Pez has to say is interesting. George is out here pimping weed. This is awesome.
Apparently, the universe fixed its glitch.
Can we take family friendly off the stream now, George? You're out here.
That's why he needed the floor space. Just to throw a baby style fit. No. I only had to
cookies. Can I shake your hand?
Come on, that was. I saw this hat and I'm like, oh my god, I have to have this hat. It's the Cookie Monster thing. It has a bite taken out of it. The fact that cookies is a
do, George.
My god, there's levels of frustration.
George, that is fantastic. And Pez really isn't sure why C happened again.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is definitely why we can't have nice things.
Because Pez doesn't know what happened.
I feel like something is broken. By the way, anytime I buy a pinball machine going forward, I will be measuring the delta between the left and right out lanes in terms of pitch, assuming we're at dead center in the middle.
Pez will take a look.
Okay.
George thinks something is broken. Almost like we're living in the Matrix Revolutions. What a great movie.
Are we living in... No, I can't. Oh my god, I almost gave something away. I can't do that.
Yeah, please don't.
George, I said Revolutions. I think it's okay to spoil the third Matrix movie.
The third Matrix... Oh, you did say Revolutions. I was thinking of Resurrections. That's just way too... way too close.
We call the comedy community a misdirect.
George, don't worry about it. There are literally only 57 people in the entire world watching this right now. You're fine. Thank you. Thank you, Insanity Falls. Next thing you know, George is going to start buying those single rose crack pipes they sell at gas stations. Such pure innocence. What? It looks really good.
Don't worry about it. Once George comes to Lebowski Fest 2022, he will literally be half a mile away from our town's local sex shop, which literally still sells nitrous capsule. And
that worked out.
According to plan, we'll end up on the roof doing those all night.
But the question is whether or not he will buy a hat.
Well, if there's some sort of... I mean, at this point, I only buy cookie-related hats.
Apparently, you bought one cookie and one weed-related hat. So, George, out of all the pins you own, what is your favorite to play and why?
Ooh.
I think
out of all 10,000 pins,
it would either be this, TNA, but George did buy a second Jurassic Park just because he loved it. And George usually has a hard and fast rule about beating games, not buying them again. But Jurassic Park made the cut.
It did.
Not answering for George, but I'd have to say Jurassic Park.
Okay, I like your breakdown. Before I answer that, Dice, you own 70 plus games. I want to hear you answer that first because I can answer that unequivocally.
My favorite?
Yeah.
Taxi.
Is your favorite game to play?
It's my favorite of all time.
Really? Why? People love Taxi, and I have played it, and I don't get it. That theme, the artwork is disgusting.
It has that old school charm that people talk about that I don't usually seem to get with EMs, but it's just late enough that there's a story to it, there's a goal to it, and no matter how good you are, nobody is going to beat that every time.
Is Taxi an EM?
No, it's a solid state.
Okay.
Which is why I'd say it's just like, it's the perfect spot for me between the dot matrix and the EMs. Solid State really has a lot of quality games that so many people sleep on. Yes, Insanity Falls, we know you don't like Pinbot. Please get over it.
What?
Oh, Insanity Falls has a hard-on to fight Pinbot with a passion.
Okay. Wait, which version of Pinbot though? Because Pinbot 2.0 is pretty cool.
I think they're referring to the OG.
Okay. I was thinking of Bride of Pinbot, by the way.
But I still like Pinbot. It's fun. I wouldn't like to own one because I'm sure I'd be bored of it very quickly.
Yeah.
But it has its place, and it's a very fun game. It's a very famous game.
So, all right, and now Surreal, I know you haven't spent a lot of time on physical games yet, but do you have
correct.
something?
As far as my favorite game ever?
Yeah.
It's probably just because it's so mundane, but Attack from Mars, probably. It's
Okay.
fast paced.
That's a good
You
pick.
can step up. You can get a long game. You can get a short game. You know, rule set is not that deep, but you know, it's mindless fun. That or Medieval Madness, which is essentially the same game.
That is my second favorite game of all time.
Attack from Mars?
Taxi is first.
Taxi and then Attack from Mars.
Medieval Madness.
Oh, okay. I actually do prefer Medieval Madness to Attack from Mars.
I also do like Lord of the Rings quite a bit, despite never having beat it and hating it for that reason.
You were so close. That's the one
Twice.
that got away. You should have been at George's place when he had an LOTR, just so you could have had redemption.
Especially
well,
that one, because I would have fixed it and then blown it up.
I didn't realize you can backhand the left orbit in this.
George.
Also, Surreal kind of almost had an opportunity to just hold on to the game. No, it wasn't that. That was
Dialed In, I think.
Dialed
right?
In, yeah. Which I got rid of very quickly. I remembered almost as soon as I got it in house, I'm like, that's why I don't like this game. Insanity,
Dialed
that is a
In,
lot of caps. Man.
I've never been that intrigued by, so it wasn't worth having the fight for space in my house with my wife. Now, if that had been Lord of the Rings, I would have said, "Look, I know you're mad at me, but that's only going to be for 6 months."
You're out of here. Got it. But his bride is half robot, half human lady, and then somehow they boinked, and now they have a gambling-obsessed solenoid golem of a child, but also he can fit in a taxi. BS. Insanity Falls is so upset right now.
The size of said taxi.
Insanity Falls is yelling a lot.
I was just commenting on that.
Insanity Falls. Next time you're telling a story, here's a tip to make things more interesting for the listener. Have a point.
Wow.
Mr. Hardlock, Medieval Madness is their favorite classic, and Deadpool is the current favorite modern. Oh, I love some Deadpool. I was actually watching. You battled against him, George.
You were what?
Manu?
You battled against him. It was. I think you only did it once, but.
Who I have battled against? Oh, Scott. Sorry.
Now. I'm flipping through my list of followed
Straight down the middle, Eric Wurtenberger.
He was really funny. He liked wore costumes.
Oh, Sir Snarf, aka Alex.
Snarf, that was it. He was playing Deadpool tonight, and he gave a very detailed breakdown.
Oh, cool.
How to play it.
Interesting. A bunch of the rules that I see say a Sia simulation is only visited once before Portal. Is there a chance you or Sia simulation adjustment is set on an easier difficulty?
Abatou. So what is Don't Panic Flip, or did I miss it? Abatou, panic flipping is something that happens a lot commonly among newer players, where you're either very stressed or you don't know what you're doing yet, and you hit both flipper buttons at the same time.
Ooh, ask Janelle about that.
Always only flip one at a time, and as you learn the physics and the geometry of it, you can learn that the ball can bounce from one flipper to another with a very slight nudge of the button. Yes, Insanity Falls, we get it. You love Riverboat Gambler. It's a fun game. I just don't feel like owning one. Abatou, getting back to what your You asked me, and then we went on a whole tangent. Your favorite game in the collection is, George?
It's not my current Jurassic Park, but it's Jurassic Park. I love Total Nuclear Annihilation.
Jurassic Park?
It was my first Jurassic Park. The one I have right now is the Warp Playfield, so it doesn't play really well.
Oh, that's right. That one's goofed.
It's
George. You always remember your first.
Yeah, exactly. Like the first Jurassic Park I had played perfectly. I loved it. It was a great game, and I still feel like Jurassic Park is the game that I'll always be able to play and enjoy it because the flow on it is ridiculous. I understand the rules pretty well.
Captain Spam, welcome to the stream. Ahoy, Captain.
Yeah, it just feels good. Which is funny because I really don't want an LE, but I kind of want an LE, not for gameplay, but just because it's my favorite game and I should have an LE version of it.
You could get an LE and demod
it. Disable everything?
That's right.
I kind of like that.
Features off of the playfield.
Ebaju says that was a sick catch, George.
Thank you. That was a fun live catch.
They don't like turn in Jurassic Park style. They game is just generic. Yeah, that game and I just. Pat Johnson. I didn't either, but I got my JP home just because I wanted to support Jack, and I love that game. I think it's so much fun.
You know, Fliptronic really likes it too. I gotta say, I kind of want to go drive to Texas and go play Fliptronics.
I think you should try it out, George. I think you'd be a fan. There's a lot there to like.
Dude, stop by Dallas. It's on the way.
It's totally on the way.
Actually, in this case, it would be if you're coming from Colorado.
You'd think so, but you got to go through Santa Fe to get there. Oh, that was just laziness on my part. Ooh.
I mean, it's right down the street if you step on it, George.
Insanity Falls, what version of Jurassic Park do you have?
Finally, someone else who doesn't like it. Insanity Falls, I've been... Basically, since the game came out, I've been saying it's not for me. But you know what? That's okay.
Alright.
Yeah, Insanity Falls, if they're offering a fair price, and you're not a fan, go ahead, take that money and run. There's nothing wrong with it. Hopefully you like the next one better. It's not that we're going to keep 70 pinball machines. Soft-boiled egg. It got to the point in my current home where I'm currently on my main computer and talking to George and went from. I had to rent the house across the street for extra space. And it's not easy. I run 3 businesses and probably spend 6+ days maintaining and fixing and upkeeping the games, but you know, there's something you like, you just kind of sink your life into it, and I mean, as long as you love it, it's never really work, and you'll never really feel like you wasted anything. Devin Crates, perhaps you'd like it better with a warped playfield. You know what, Devin? Maybe I would. Maybe I would.
Was that with the warped playfield? I don't know, man. It's really it's hungry on the outlanes, is what that's done.
Maybe there's a market for custom warped playfields.
They're looking for the unique versions of it. Hey, Dice, here you solve my problem. The reasons I can't do that, though, ooh, mysterious. Insanity, what's your problem?
What?
They're asking me to solve a problem for them, but I don't know what the problem is.
What is the problem?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
That's the problem. The problem is we don't know the problem.
That's 2 problems. Oh, God, it's escalating. Well, George works in tech. George can handle it. Go ahead, George. Handle those problems for me. I'm going to lunch.
George, just go ahead and take care of it.
Insanity wants to route pins in their town, but fronts the guy who basically has a monopoly on the routes in the city. Okay, is that all of it, or is there more of a problem? Because that's a really easy fix.
Have you considered roughing him up a bit?
It's the guy who basically has a monopoly on the oh, no, that is what are you shooting for in this life cycle, George? Oh, light cycle.
I'm sorry, Insanity Fall, I read your question wrong. I thought you meant like he had one monopoly machine on a route for and sometimes it's ruining your operation. I'm like, I'm confused here. For one, it's not even a good game. Like,
Pez, in light cycle, you have to hit a 3-way combo, right?
Insanity Falls. Go to the places that don't normally have those games. Like check out local laundromats. And I don't route any of my games. They're all in either my home or my garages.
A double super jackpot? Really? What? Okay, and how do you get a double super jackpot then?
For a major metro area, Insanity Falls, it is. I'm assuming that's what you're looking for by you asking this. You're looking to get your games on operation, because I'm not the guy to ask. All my games are for home use only.
Oh, you might want to work together.
I've never even thought about it because. Yeah, I don't know, like, if I'm gonna sink this much time and money into making something playing, like, new, as selfish as it sounds, then for sure as I'm probably not getting as much money as I could, I really don't like other people touching my stuff all that much. Unless I know they're from the community and they'll enjoy it and they'll treat it with respect. Whereas if I stick it in a laundromat somewhere, I don't want some kid walking up and just, you know, sneezing on the back glass or.
Ugh.
Yeah, see, that's like I'm not TDO, but I am about that kind of thing. Like,
what is
and I'm not
TDO?
Preservations either. Like, I understand it'll take some wear and tear, but like, or like some kid gets a soda out of the vending machine and he uses my game as a coaster, like, come on, someone worked hard to build me that game. I want to enjoy that game, and I want to see it have a good life, you know?
Well, Insanity Falls, it sounds like you have two options. You can either do it, or you can have a conversation with them.
Left ramp, into Quora, into either gem. Okay, let's try, the last game, I'm gonna give it one go to try and complete Light Cycle. Because I don't think I ever complete Light Cycle.
Do I need to, if this is last game, do I need to consult the Oracle, George? Because you only had one question of the night.
Ooh, yeah.
I was wondering about that. I didn't know if I was too late or we stopped doing that or what.
No. I didn't.
It kind of varies. The shape of the show varies from week to week.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, it's over. So yeah, if you want to consult the.
Oh, I've got it right now already.
I'm ready when you are.
Let me. My computer's being dumb. Hang on a second. Okay. So this is this will appeal to a subsection, but hopefully everybody can have some kind of an answer to it, because whether you started a long time ago or today, if there's any video game you're currently trying to beat, what is it and why?
I mean, I'm currently playing a video game.
No, you're not.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's fight.
What?
Our pins video games. George says yes.
Not good ones.
Is this not a video game?
The video mode is the only thing that is video game-ish.
Okay, so are there...
My favorite thing about Medieval Madness is the video mode.
right, so now... Oh.
Okay, since this has had such backlash all of a sudden, let me reshape the question. What movie are you looking forward to in 2022?
Oh, okay.
What?
What movie?
What movie are you most looking forward to its release in 2022?
Huh. Someone's gonna have to run through a list of upcoming movies, I think, because I don't know enough right now.
I feel like they're just starting to make them again.
Well, I already have one answer right off the top of my head.
Oh my god, I'm out already?
You'll appreciate this, George. Harry Potter is having its 20th anniversary on HBO Max, and there's going to be cast interviews, there's going to be a whole celebration hullabaloo.
I saw that, and it looks really cool. I'm so afraid that the kids I feel like the part of me kind of grew up with a little bit, even though I didn't start reading Harry Potter till my mid-20s, is going to be upset somehow. Like, you can't live up to... Maybe it's just Rupert Grint. I don't know what he's been doing. But
George, they're not fixing it. It just has extra stuff.
Oh, no. They're not even doing that. I thought it was just them getting together and chatting about stuff.
George, Rupert Grint has never been a handsome man. We can all say it. The best he ever looked was movie 1.
Did he somehow get better looking? That's what I need to know.
But I've got many here. Coming later next month, Cream 5.
What is it?
Cream 5. It's the first one without Wes Craven. But the trailer has
Scream.
been free. These people would not sign on to do it if the script wasn't good. I mean, come on, it's the 5th installment in the franchise.
Yeah? No. I'm game. I'm so game. I don't even like scary movies, and I'm game.
I was gonna say that was exactly it. I'm running down a list right here. Hotel Transylvania, Transformania.
Wait, there's another Hotel Transylvania?
Yeah, it should have been out 3 times already. And then there's a one-day only screening I'm going to on January 17th to celebrate Betty White's 100th birthday.
Oh my god.
I'd be in on that.
It's a Fathom event screening surreal. You can just look up Betty White 100th birthday screening and see if it's near you, and you can get tickets right now. But it's one day only. You're only
I have it bookmarked.
Once.
Fine.
I missed all 3 of those shots and had them lined up perfectly.
And then in February, well, it was supposed to come out back in November, I'm finally going to get to see Jackass Forever.
That Jackass doesn't do anything for me.
Even though I'm still very upset they didn't call it Jackass 4, we're not done yet.
We're not done yet?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a really good name for that. Surprisingly, Jackass isn't dead.
Oh, coming out in March, we have Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Ooh, I'm actually kind of excited for that.
Every new trailer they put out, I'm a little more excited. I was initially very skeptical.
DC seems to do Batman pretty well, at least 75% of the time. The Quest for Peace. How about Spaceballs, The Quest for More Money?
And then also in March...
That I'd definitely be down for, by the way. Spaceballs 2.
This is very niche thing. The new Downton Abbey movie is coming out. I'm very excited about that.
Really?
Oh, I love that show. That is... after I showed my mom Stranger Things for the first time, Downton Abbey became our show.
Okay. Downton Abbey, I struggle with. It's just not my kind of British thing, but it's because I really struggle to follow what's happening. The British accents and it feels like it's in a different language to me.
See, that's an interesting thing to explore because I've been watching the Harry Potter movies and the original Chronicle of Narnia movies, not the American ones, since I was like 4 or 5. So to me, I just kind of grew up and I just kind of learned to like understand.
Subtitles are your friend, Pez Johnson. I live with subtitles because I can't hear things in general. I have really bad hearing.
Huh?
What? Somebody say something? What?
Let's see. Until it indefinitely gets pushed back again. April 8th, we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I'm very excited about.
I'm excited. That might be the number one thing I'm excited about. And it's not so much about Sonic, it's just I love Jim Carrey. So I think that might be my answer to that question.
May 20th, I didn't think I would be excited about this before I saw the trailer. You have the DC League of Super Pets.
It has a lot of big voices in it. I'll give it that. It's got The Rock.
I love him. Oh, and then May 27th, the movie I've been waiting 3.5 years for, Top Gun Maverick.
God, it can't.
Top Gun 2 already. People have seen early screenings. It's done. Just put it on a DVD already. June 10th, we have Jurassic World Dominion. While I may not care for the modern pinball game, I am a fan of the Jurassic Park movies. No matter what's in them or how bad they are, I'm just happy they exist. Jurassic World has honestly become my new Transformers. I don't think about it, I don't judge it, I just go in and enjoy myself.
Yep, that makes sense.
Apparently, June 24th, we have an Elvis biopic coming out. Gonna have to go see that.
Elvis doesn't do anything for me. Ooh, I almost lost my microphone there.
I like him.
I like him. All right.
That kid's got spunk.
Really got something.
September 9th, we're getting a Salem's Lot remake.
Oh.
And a Dark Harvest remake.
Sorry, did you review Lightyear already? Jezebel, what is Lightyear?
Oh, October 2022 from Disney. On Disney Plus, we have Hocus Pocus 2.
What?
George, did you not know that?
I had no idea that there's a Hocus Pocus 2.
Yeah,
I grew up on Hocus Pocus. Oh my God.
Hocus Pocus 2 only on Disney Plus.
Okay, it's the girl from Sex and the City, and the singer.
Sarah
Bette
Jessica
Midler.
Parker.
Oh, the Buzz Lightyear inspired story. Janelle, that one looks awesome. Have you guys seen the most recent preview? The one that they played at, what is it? It's Spider-Man. At least I saw it at Spider-Man.
October 7th, speaking of Spider-Man, we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
And the second, okay, no. I take it back. First of all, the biggest surprise for 2022 is knowing that they're making a Hocus Pocus 2 with Bette Midler. I'm in. I didn't know. I didn't know about it.
Slated for December 16th, we have not only Aquaman 2, but Avatar 2.
Neither of those movies. Avatar didn't do anything for me.
And coming out December 21st, we have everyone's soon-to-be disappointment featuring the voice of Chris Pratt, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, come on. Let's go in with something positive.
Jack Black is the only good part of that cast.
As King Koopa?
Yes, I can see it. I can hear it.
That's exactly what I thought in Sanity Falls. Spider-Man plus the Beatles.
I don't get that statement.
Across the Universe is Beatles
song. Right. Okay.
The Speedles?
So I'm going to go ahead and say it now. The best movie to come out of 2022 is going to be Spider-Man, the sequel with the really artistic cartoon one. Buzz Lightyear will be... Yeah, sorry, Across the Multiverse. And a close second is going to be the Buzz Lightyear movie. I think it's going to be the year for animated stuff, especially with how well Arcane did. And by the way, did both of you guys see Arcane on Netflix?
Ski-Doo. You can't count that movie as it's already out. People have seen it. That was a 2021 movie, and it will remain that way.
Yep. And so Dice, did you see Arcane on Netflix?
I adored it.
Okay. And Surreal, if you get a chance, it's intense. It's everything that Netflix has ruined movies by making 10 1-hour episode seasons of television the right way to tell a story. And Arcane
is like having sex while you're camping.
It's so good. Pez, thank you so much. And everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. I have kept...
Oh, I like that.
Surreal and Dice, I've kept you guys on super long, but thank you for hanging out tonight. And
it's only a half hour longer than usual.
True. Not too bad.
I was just sitting here thinking, are we ending early? Because it's not 2 yet.
That's true. It's only 1:31 where I'm at. You have 29 more minutes, George.
That's true.
I feel like what I need to do is go downstairs and it hasn't hit yet, but I started Hawkeye, the television series. And it feels...
you haven't? Oh, I really hope you like it.
Okay, well, I just finished up the second episode, and it still feels a bit like Hannah Montana is hanging out with Cliff or hanging out with Hawkeye.
From Cheers?
It's odd, but I really like it.
Okay.
It's not what I wanted, but that's the great thing about all the new reps at Disney. It's what I didn't know I wanted.
Okay. I'm going to keep going because it's not that it's bad. It just isn't what I expected. It's very... The girl is... She's acting like a perfect teenager. Well, I'll say it.
By the way, here's an update for everyone here, show and pen wise. I finished The Mandalorian.
Okay. Both seasons?
My premium is coming next week.
Okay.
I get it. I finally get it.
Okay, awesome. And it's got Bill Burr. You can't go wrong there.
Anything with Bill Burr can't be bad. I mean, he was Breaking Bad.
Bill Burr was in Breaking Bad?
Yes, he was.
Huh.
He got in early. He was in early on that show.
Oh. Okay, I don't remember that one. Pez says I'll like it too. Okay, everybody says I'm going to like Hawkeye. I really like Jeremy Renner. And I love the fact that he gets made fun of for shooting a bow and arrow. It's so perfect.
See, something about Jeremy Renner's face just makes me think we wouldn't be friends.
Like, he just constantly looks disappointed, I feel like. But I'm okay with that in the actor.
Exactly. He has constant dad energy. Like, no matter what you do, he's disappointed in you.
Oh my God, like, I feel like there's hair in my mouth. Have you ever seen the television show Bluey for kids? It's on Disney.
You wouldn't shut up about it, so I watched a few episodes.
Okay. So Jeremy Renner, it should play, if there is a live action Bluey, Jeremy Renner should play the dad, who's just like constantly sighing. Yeah, exactly. He embodies dad energy. I love it.
He's peak 80s/90s dad energy. Like, he's not going to hit you, but, he's thinking about it.
Oh, my God. It's Jeremy Renner on what was the one with Al Bundy?
Married with Children.
Married with Children. There you go. Jeremy Renner is the new Al Bundy.
That would tank his career for, like, 95% of people, and Surreal and I'd be over here like, yay!
Yeah, the other 5% would love him forever.
Well, think about it, Al. I don't know that actor's name, but that actor came back in Modern Family, and he's done an amazing job.
I'm on the spot. I know his name, and I can't think of it.
Bluey's dad.
Ed O'Neill, yes.
Ed O'Neill. Well done, Mr. Hardlock.
Thank you, Mr. Hardlock.
Nice. Also, Insanity Fall. Bluey's dad is everything. Bluey's dad and mom are great, but Bluey's dad is everything I want to be as a parent. Like he embodies the kind of parent I in a perfect world I would be, which is one who's always down to do imagination-based stuff, but I always want to take it to 11, right? Where the kids learn a lesson because I do exactly what it was they said to the point where it becomes a problem and they end up learning like, oh, I shouldn't do this in this situation because that's what creates this. And the whole time I'm still acting like a chicken over in the corner because they never turned me back into a human from being a chicken. Like constantly in the background. I want to be that dad.
Let's throw a point to George for that clucking.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's impressive stuff, actually.
But Ed O'Neill was one of my favorite parts of Wayne's World. The guy that runs Stan Mikita's Donuts.
Hell yeah.
Hey, how you doing? How am I doing? I just got laid off. You know what I want to do? Yeah, I know what you like to do. You'd like to find the guy that did it. And then rip out his still beating heart and hold it in front of his face so you can see how cold and black it is before he dies. I was just going to say file a complaint with the union.
What are you quoting right now?
That's Wayne's World. That's Ed O'Neill's part in Wayne's World.
I don't remember.
The guy that runs Stan Mikita's Donuts.
Well done, Dice.
Yeah, well done. Awesome. I don't think I've actually seen Wayne's World since 1993. I need to go back and watch. No. I grew up with Wayne's World. Like, party time. I remember all of those quotes with, like, Vanessa number 1 and Vanessa number 2.
It's so much funnier as an adult.
Oh, man. I need to go back and watch it.
How was I allowed to watch that as a child?
A sphincter
Swing.
says what?
A sphincter says what?
What? Also, that was on
You want me to
purpose.
say what? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Donut Man, who's trying to kill you? I don't know, but I sure hope they don't.
Like, at this point, they want out, but you're like, nah, we're going to playtest Unicorn Sparkle Battle until there are no more turn 0 win cons. Because coins?
That was a lot of words, and I probably agree with that.
I think so. It also
kids. WinCon 2022. Together we can win.
Oh my God! The cross our T's and dot our lowercase J's.
Oh, Jezebel, that's a deep cut. That's a Wayne's World 2 reference.
That is a Wayne's World 2 reference. I quote that all the time. That is still to this. Nobody knows it, so you just cross your T's and dot your lowercase J's. Nobody gets that.
The fact that was such an early appearance from Drew Barrymore. Bjarken from Bjarken's Fjords.
Oh my God, that was Drew Barrymore? Wow, I need to go back and watch it. Okay, done.
I feel like I'm having a stroke.
Wayne stuck.
Oh man. Well, everyone, thank you so much.
Christopher Walken messing up his lines. As soon as he's confronting Wayne for breaking up the wing, wait, Mike, you punk. His name's not Mike.
George, can you give the Steam a Scooby-Doo ending? I don't know how to do a Scooby-Doo ending.
It's where you rip your face off and you're old man McCurdy.
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you kids. Like that?
Pretty good.
Jezebel. Alice Cooper in the great city of Milwaukee, which I believe is Algonquin for the good land.
Milwaukee is how that's pronounced. Oh my gosh. You guys are bringing me back.
Isn't it right? Isn't that right, Mr. Scream?
Can you give the stream a Scooby-Doo ending? No. So,
let's go for the mega happy ending. Take us to the mega happy ending, George.
And then if I could fade in, I don't have that ability. Wow, that needs to be a stream redemption right there.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, how can I implement this?
Oh my God. Speaking about that, you guys.
Actually, I can do a shader that'll do that.
Yeah, that does the waviness. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all right, I'm on it.
Okay, Surreal is on it. You guys, also, Surreal has a redemption on his stream. So he was streaming earlier, and you have to go do this immediately the next time Surreal streams. And you'll give us the schedule here in just a sec. But you can redeem Gozer. And Surreal is sitting in a room.
With it. It looks really good.
It's insane. All the lights go off, and then the light in another room with the door separating Surreal from that room lights up and you can see it, and then the lights start changing. It looks like the refrigerator from Ghostbusters, and you play the music and all the sounds and the screams and it is fantastic. And I also scared the crap out of Surreal when I played it.
That's
like
true. I'm
mid
not used to it
games
yet. It's very
People of
unnerving.
Twitch, what's going on? How you guys doing? Good, great, grand, fantastic. Well, you're watching Don't Panic Flip, so you must be at least one of those things. George, aka Don't Panic Flip. You guys support him.
Dr.
Thanks
Johnson.
for that. Ferda. Cheers. Ninja Dust.
Ninja Dust.
Nice.
Thank you, Insanity Falls. You're amazing. My hat's off to you.
Also, in reference to Surreal's stream, I was fortunate enough to see this tonight myself. If you opt for that and it plays and the lights aren't on, he will do it again just for you.
That's true. I did do that.
Shout out Surreal_7. All right, there's the link. Click Surreal's link there and click follow. And also,
Insanity Falls, that's the best joke you did all night. The shocked Pikachu face.
I think I did that right. Dice, did I spell Eurydice right?
It is not phonetically correct in your shout out, but yes, you did do it correctly.
Okay. Okay. So, and another thing is, Dice was very close to streaming for his first time recently. It's going to happen in the near future. So,
it was going to happen in the last 3 days, and then I realized, oh shit, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas. So, but Dice will be streaming soon. Click the name, click the follow, and you guys, let's keep the pinball thing happening in the community. Awesome. Have a great night. Dice and Surreal, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out on Monday night with me tonight, but Mondays in general. That's
thanks
it's
for
super
having
fun.
us, man. I'm very happy to do it.
It's always fun.
All right, you guys have a good night. Let's go find someone to raid. Maybe if I can find the ending scene, which is basically this commercial.
Fear not, for you are found. You are home, and there is no going back. No one leaves this place. But what is this place? The answer is
the Pinball Network.
Surrounded by cosmic gateways,
TPN
is on the edge of the known and unknown. It is the collection point for all lost and unloved things. Like you. But here on
TPN,
you are significant. You are valuable. Here, you are loved. Where once you were nothing, now you are something. You are the property of
the Pinball Network.
Congratulations. You will meet
the Pinball Network.
Seconds. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. You are now meeting
the Pinball Network.